Hey guys, welcome to the last episode of Freedom Fighters. Now we are going to tackle the fabled bonus level that I mentioned a couple of times during this raid. You unlock it by completing the game on one of the latter two difficulties, and I decided to do it on the highest difficulty. You start this level with a dick move because you have nothing aside from your wrench. Your first goal should be to recruit this fighter over here, because he has a machine gun. This is the only place where fighters with machine guns will show up, and they are very awesome. But I can understand why they weren't in the base campaign, because they are also very powerful. I leave the other fighters under AI control for now, because they tend to perform better this way. And since I don't have any medkits at this point, every down fighter is pretty much a reason to restart this. And here we have a bit of ammo and a very limited stack of medkits. These medkits are pretty much all you get for this level. Okay, the initial fight is done and I didn't have to use a single medkit. Really good.
Join up! Finally, somebody's taking charge. This way! Yeah. Come with me!
Isabella is also here, but this time it's just a normal fighter with her skin. For the people that may not know this, Liberty Island is the island in front of New York where the Statue of Liberty is standing. And as you can see in this level, it's pretty wrecked. Here you can see the tablet that the statue is normally holding. Since I don't enjoy fighting an uphill battle, I'm just going to take out these soldiers from a distance. Sorry for boring you, but it took me an unholy amount of tries to beat this level perfectly, so I'm very careful. And before we go on, there's one semi-hidden fighter in this area. Yep, there he is. It's kind of easy to overlook him, and you want to have as many bodies as you can get in this level.
You want a real soldier? Move out! Look no further. Get back here, team!
Well, up we go. And you can already guess that there's some action waiting for us up here. There's a large fight going on here, and you immediately want to go for the rocket launcher on the ground. There is the first one. And there's some ammo back here. And now you want to make a dash through the battlefield without giving any fucks about the soldiers there. Because there is a hind hovering there in the distance. He will saturate the area with machine gun fire and will eventually also bring out the rockets. If you engage him from a distance, he will easily dodge your rockets. Well, I guess he can also dodge your rockets when you shoot him from close. Asshole. Okay, with this part done, we have some breathing room. And boy, do I need it. And here is something that you cannot really know in advance. There is another machine gun fighter to find in this area.
This'll help the pain. Abort! You heard me! Right behind you! Pull out! Get moving!
Okay, time to move on to the last part of this level.
Abort! All of you! Regroup! Everybody! Falling in, sir!
My biggest tip for anybody who wants to play this, do not cross this hill. Do not cross this hill. You want to stay up here and engage the troops down there, because if you move Chris down there, it will trigger several waves of reinforcements and you will get swarmed in a whole lot of enemies. Believe me, I tried. I tried doing this otherwise, but no. It doesn't work out. The keen-eyed viewers may also spot two white figures on top of the hand in the background. These are kind of the end bosses for this level and maybe for the whole game. So let's talk a bit about the end bosses. They are upgraded versions of the heavy trooper and carry special shotguns. I say special because they are able to fire them in bursts or very close to fully automatic without having to reload. Yeah, seriously, they are programmed to act like that. And just getting close to them is more or less suicide. So I think you can understand that I want to soften up one of them at least. Well, at least I did a bit of damage. Accurate fire with the rocket launcher really isn't easy. I'm just going to pick up another rifle before triggering the next waves of enemies. I'm perfectly aware that I make this level look a bit easy, but believe me, it totally isn't. It took me like 20 or more tries to get a clean recording of this, because there are various things that can go wrong. I mean, you really have to be lucky in several occasions. If you have downed fighters, you can run out of medkits really fast, and even though there are some replacements to be recruited, if Chris takes too much damage and you have no medkits, yeah, you really have no chance to complete this.
Stand your ground, squad! Yes, sir!
Now I'm just going to trigger the reinforcement wave so that they will run into my fighters. As said, I've tried to beat this fair with my fighters down here and in cover positions, but it's still very difficult because your fighters cannot kill the enemies fast enough. This group isn't that dangerous, but the last group is very much of a hassle. And you should also take into account that the groups will spawn very close together if you have Chris down there. The way I'm doing it now, they spawn on their own. And here comes the last wave. Male and female commandos. And this wave is actually pretty hard. If you are down there, a lot of your fighters will probably get murked by the commandos, because they just can't kill them fast enough. God damn, look at the female commandos being bullet sponges. What the hell? Okay, now we are almost done with this level. My fighters cannot follow me into the boss fight, so I'm going to pick up my favorite weapon and will cheese it a little bit. Yeah, please don't yell at me for that, but as I've said earlier, the final bosses will straight up murder you if you get close. Their shotgun fire effect is programmed in. When you pick up their weapons, they will just perform like normal shotguns, which is kind of a dick move. I sure would have liked to use a fully automatic shotgun. If you pay close attention, you can see 4 or 5 shotgun shells being ejected from his gun in an instant. Yep, those guns are crazy. But hey, I successfully cheesed this fight. Let's take a short look at their models. Pretty cool. Perfect material for a real boss fight at the end of the game. Hint hint, just saying, would have been a good idea. No matter, let's finish this. Ah, fuck. I mean, in itself, this level isn't that bad. It has some interesting moments, and as I said before, it kind of feels like this should have been the real final level of the game, but that the plan kind of fell apart in the late stages of the development process for whatever reason. Nah, I don't know. It's kind of weird altogether. Well, that's it for the bonus level, and coincidentally for the whole game and the LP. Thanks for watching, everybody. It was a fun ride, and thanks to my thread for posting. Seriously, I was kind of worried in the beginning because the thread had a pretty slow start. And I feel that it never really got off the ground like too much. But I think that's okay because in a way it's a weird mirror of how the release of this game went. Kind of under the radar. Well, that's it for real this time. Thanks again and I'll see you around on the internet. Bye bye.